Hey guys, it's Alicia with Creative Blue Boutique. Thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel today. This is actually going to be part 3 of the Jack-o'-lantern cheer bow, where we're actually going to make the bow. I'm going to show you step by step how to make the bow. So part 1, if you need to go back and look at them, part 1 is when we went to the vinyl store and we chose exactly what we needed to do to make the bow. And then part 2 was the Cricut version. So if you already know how to do the Cricut, you can skip past part 2 and then learn how to make a cheer bow. It's all totally up to you. So what you have in front of you right now are the products that you need. These are my go-to products for any type of bow that I do. I love pinking shears. Definitely pinking shears. This is very, very big, very huge. It stops the shredding process on the bow. Now you still have to burn it, and I'm gonna go ahead and burn it now. You still have to burn it, but these are a very good asset to have, pinking shears. Another thing are snips. You definitely need snips. You need a regular pair of scissors. You can use a regular pair of scissors, or these intricate cut scissors work very well too. You need either a measuring tape or a cutting mat. And then you'll need, these are my favorite because I do make cheer bows, quite a bit of them. I like these because these do not break unless you pull totally hard on them, but I haven't had any complaints. These are Scuncis and they're Stronghold, and there's 24 of them, so you can use them for quite a bit of time. You can use this on the back of your cheer bow, or you can use the clip on the back of your cheer bow. You also need, for cheer bows, you also need these cable ties. And these are about 4 inches. If you have longer, you can use them because you're going to cut them. But these I like because they're absolutely perfect. You won't have too much excess off of them to cut off. So you definitely need these. I'm going to leave description for the things like, I'll go ahead and leave the description off of everything that you can purchase. Everything you see in front of you, because if you want to start a bow business, these are the most important, valuable assets that you will need to be able to do to make your bows, and you will see them in every single video that I make. Okay, so let's get started. As you know, we did, and for this you will need black heat transfer vinyl and orange heat transfer vinyl. You'll see it labeled as HTV. I'm not sure if you can see this particular colors that I'm using are copper, and are also, this is just straight black. This is just a straight glitter black. So these are the 2 colors that I'll be using. These are 12 inch by 20 inch actually. And in order to cut the strips that we need, because your cheer bow is 28 inches long, in order to cut the strips that we need, you're going to need a Cricut mat that is the 24-inch Cricut mat. Because you are going to cut one of them. I've already actually pre-cut, so I'll show you these. You're going to need to cut your one strip at 14 inch and the other strip at 14 inch. And so you'll see these on here. Now, as I said, how to get this particular thing right here is in the second part of this Jack-o'-lantern cheer bow series, and it should pop up right after you watch this one, or you can always go onto my page. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Don't want to forget to say that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I've already pre-measured. As I said, a normal cheer bow is between 28 and 30 inches. I love the 28 inch mark because to me it makes the perfect bow. But you can do either or. This particular one is 28 inches long. So I've already pre-cut. So we're going to cut it in. We're going to go ahead and fold it in half. And we're going to heat seal. We're going to heat seal a crease. A lot of people use the little craft iron. I love these little lighters. I get these at the Dollar Tree. They're $1. They last forever. They last forever. So when I go, I'll get probably 20 of them at a time. And these are perfect. They're not the really long handle ones, and you can turn the flame up and down. And it's just easier to use as far as with crafts. So we heat sealed our middle part. So what we're going to do first is we're going to flip it over. I'm going to do this long ways. Let's move all of this out the way. All right, so you see my middle piece right here. So what I'm going to do first is I've already weeded out my Cricut, my vinyl on my Cricut. I've already weeded out. A tip for weeding is to place it on the bottom of your heat press. I'll be doing other tutorials, and they'll show my heat press, how I heat them, how I do all of that. So I'll be showing some different things, some different videos. So stay tuned for those. So what you're going to do is I like to measure from the bottom up. And the reason being is because even if you have a little gap at the middle of your ribbon. Oh, I totally forgot. So this is 3-inch ribbon. This is 3-inch Grosgrain ribbon. Now, this is where I usually purchase my Grosgrain ribbon. I think this is 25 yards. I buy this off of Amazon. I will include this in the link. I make sure I always have this in 3-inch and the white in 3-inch. And I will leave the description in the link. The link in the description. So you can just click on it and you can order it. Or if you want to go to your Hobby Lobby, I'm sure they do have 3-inch ribbon that's about 4 to 5 yards, I think. So, but this is Amazon. It usually runs about $14.99. So I chose to use the black for this because it's Halloween and I don't want white showing through it. So I'm going with black for this one. So let's put this way so you can see. So I've already pre-cut as we discussed. And I'm going to start at the bottom. Now we did make our vinyl just a tad bit bigger. So we're going to cut off the excess after we're done. So I have this laid on there. Pretty even. And then I'm going to transfer this over to my heat press. And I'm going to press it for about 10 to 12 seconds. With ribbon, it doesn't take as longer as what it does with shirts. Because you don't want to burn it. So about 10 to 15 seconds will work. So I'll be right back with that. I am back. I have it heat pressed. And so now this is a hot peel. So you want to peel it as fast as you can. And see, we were talking about the angles last time. Let's flip this over so you can see. There's a little bit of excess of the vinyl, but I'd rather it be over than under the amount. So we'll go through and we'll cut this off at the end. And then our angles here, all we would do is cut. So we're going to do that. So the next one, let's go ahead and heat our black vinyl on top of black. Same thing. We're going to line it up from the bottom. All right, so I'm going to take this over to the heat press. I'm going to press this for 10 to 15 seconds once again. Now, this can withstand pressure just using the plastic alone that it comes off of, but I still put a Teflon sheet on top. It's totally up to you. It protects my heat press. And we just rip that off. That is a hot peel. And see, we have a small little gap where our crease is, and that is a-okay. Now, if you have any pieces that look like they're trying to come up, just take it over with your Teflon sheet on top. When I say Teflon sheet, that is the brown sheet that you can purchase at your local vinyl store or Amazon, which I'll leave a link in the description as well for the Teflon sheet. So we have our Cheerbow, and where our crease was is still there. We're going to recrease it just a little bit more because the heat kind of took it away. We want to make sure that when we're folding our bow that it is exactly in the middle. All right, so now we have a stronger crease. All right, so the next step, we're going to go ahead and put our jack-o'-lantern on. And this is Caesar vinyl. I don't prefer to use the Cricut vinyl. It doesn't weed as well, and this is very I've used this for years and I haven't had any problems with anything peeling or anything like that. But this is Caesar vinyl. You can get this on Amazon. You can get it at Michael's. I will also put this description, the link in the description below as well. So we're going to take our jack-o'-lantern and we're going to place on top. I love her little eyelashes, y'all. All right, we're going to take this over to the heat press. All right, guys. And our little jack-o'-lantern is on there. So, fun part. Well, actually, let's go ahead and get rid of some of this excess so it doesn't stick out outside of the Cheerbow. And we're just going to take our regular scissors, or you can take your snips, whatever you have. And just cut some of the excess off. So you want a clean look. Now, in the second video, I mentioned that you can either purchase the angles on Etsy, or you can just do the block on Etsy. You can just do the, you can just create the block yourself, the rectangle yourself on your Cricut program. Now, I already have my angle, but if you do not have an angle, you're gonna do the exact same way that we're gonna cut. And we're gonna cut it before we fold our ribbon. So let's go ahead. And what you would do is fold it. If you need to, you can kind of make a little crease there to kind of help you where it won't slip out of your hand. And then you just line it all up and you cut. And look, you have perfect tails. And you want to heat seal. All right, and then we're going to go to the other side and we're going to do the other side. We're going to fold in half where it's even. And we're going to snip that part off. You're going to open it up and you have your perfect V. And then we're going to run our lighter. All right, guys, hard part's over. You have your Cheerbow ready to fold. All right, so you have two choices on this. A lot of times I freestyle on my Cheerbows, but I do have a great way of doing it that I'm going to show you. Or Cheerbow Supply have these awesome mats, and if you do not have a heat press, these can withstand heat as well. So if you don't have a heat press and you have to use your iron, you would just simply place it on here, iron it on top. Like I said in the last one, I do have a heat press because I do a lot of different projects. And when you're making things for schools and cheerleading events and all kind of stuff that I sell, I like to have the heat press to ensure that it's adhered and it will not come off. But these mats are awesome. They're awesome. If I'm doing, I've used it a few times. I prefer the way that I can do either one. Now for this one, I'm not going to use it, but they do have them online. It's cheerbowsupply.com, and you can purchase this particular one, and they have a few other cheer mats that you can purchase as well, where you can make sure that you're getting the Cheerbow that you want. All right. So for me, because this is already creased in half, we're going to simply make an awareness sign. Call this freestyle. Simply make an awareness sign. You can use, let's see if I have it over here. You can use, I'm going to have my husband grab it really quickly. Crafter's tape. I thought I had one over here, but I guess not. Oh, and you're gonna need a glue gun for this assignment as well. All right, thank you, honey. It's my sidekick. All right, so if you want to, what you can do so everything will kind of stick together, you can line it up to where it looks pretty even. Line it up. Now, if you're going to be using a scrunchie, this point right here, you need your cable tie and your scrunchie. I don't know why I'm using black, probably because it's Halloween time. So, instead of the white cable tie, but we use the black. So, you're gonna need these at the exact same time. If you're using a clip, you would just need the cable tie and you're just gonna hot glue the clip on the back after you've wrapped it in the middle. We're gonna use the scrunchie on this one. So, you've made an awareness ribbon. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a little dab of this adhesive tape. And this is something that you can get off of Amazon, or Walmart has it as well. It's just AdTech Crafter's Tape. It's permanent. So this is a great asset to have with bows. So you're gonna what you're gonna simply do is you're gonna bring this V up to the top. And you put this here so this won't move after you've placed it at the top. All right, so what I like to do is when I know that it's even, I'll put a couple of strips of this crafter's tape right there in the middle so that kind of adheres to, so it doesn't shift when you're working on it. I'm gonna take my ring off really fast. Okay, so you're gonna take this and you're simply gonna bring it to the top of your crease. Press down because you remember you have that crafter's tape on there. And look, even if I let go, it still stays. So you want to take it, your cable tie, get your cable tie. You're going to put your cable tie on the inside of your scrunchie. So you're going to hold the whatever left, if you're left-handed or right-handed. If you're right-handed, you're going to do this with your right hand. Left hand, you're going to hold the bow with your left hand. I'm sorry. If you're right-handed, you're going to hold the scrunchie and the cable tie in your right hand. If you're left-handed, you're going to hold the scrunchie and the cable tie in your left hand and your bow in the opposite. So what you're going to do is you're going to, let's start here first. You're going to crease. And this is the part, I have my fingers underneath. So you're going to go 1, down 1, up 1. Down 1, down 1, and up 1. So if you look at this bow, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 creases. All right, let's do that again. So you're gonna go down 1, put your thumb in, up 1, down 1, and up 1. And you pretty much have your bow. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your cable tie and you're gonna slide it into that scrunchie where it's holding like this. And then you're going to put the cable tie behind and you're gonna bring the cable tie up and go ahead and tighten it. Do not tighten it all the way, just a little bit so you can kind of let your hands relax. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna flip your bow over and you're gonna move your scrunchie to the center back here. And you're gonna kind of stuff it down a little bit into the crease. You see how I did it? I kind of stuffed my scrunchie down. Now you still have your cable tie kind of sticking up at the top. So you're gonna take it and you're gonna flip it over like so. So it looks like this. Your cable tie is now in the center at the bottom. So this is pretty much your bow, guys. So this is your time that you want to kind of maneuver and make sure that your tails are about even as you want them to be. So it's going to take a little bit of, not much though. Shouldn't take too much tweaking or anything like that. And make sure everything is as even as you can get it. And that looks about even to me, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cable tie and I'm going to go ahead and tighten it. And so this is where it kind of sticks out now. So this is when your snips come in, and you're just going to simply snip that excess off, and you have your jack-o'-lantern cheerbow pretty much. We have one more step, a couple more steps, and then we have completed our cheerbow. So I'm going to show you the back so you can see. And this is already, because the vinyl is a little bit stiff, so it's already stiff, but you can also spray it with hairspray to get an even more stiffer effect from it. And I'll be showing you some other tricks and trades of the hairspray. Actually, here's the by Aussie. Get this from Walmart. They come in packs of 2s for, I want to say, about $4 or $5. And when I say this stiffens it, it stiffens it. So if you have a cheerbow that is kind of floppy, I know a lot of people don't like the floppy cheerbows, you want to make sure that you spray it. And this is a great asset to have when you're doing cheerbows. So this is Aussie. I'll leave the link in the description below as well. All right, so if you turn your bow over, you have your scrunchie, and you can pull it because it's connected to that cable tie. It's not coming, it's not going off. Now, if you're using your clip, if you're using an alligator clip instead of the scrunchie, you wouldn't put this on until after you've wrapped the bow. That's how I usually do them. In this particular case, we are using the scrunchie. And so next, I'm deciding if I want to, remember that extra piece that we had? This is the extra piece of vinyl that we cut. This piece right here can be heat pressed on to ribbon and then cut and used on top of it and wrap it around like a regular wrap. Or if you already have if you want to use rhinestones, or if you want to use your own center, you can do that as well. And I'm going to grab my rhinestones. Okay, guys, so I have a couple of choices. I purchased this from Hobby Lobby. I always use the 50% off day. That way I get this for half off instead of paying $9 for it. But I have the gold. And then I have the silver rhinestone. Or we can go black glitter. This is my, I don't know which one I want to do yet. Honey, which one should I do? Black glitter. He says black glitter. We're going with black glitter. All right, you're also going to need a glue gun for this. I use SureBonder, and in my SureBonder, I use Gorilla glue sticks. I love them. They are perfect. So how do you put the center on? I don't even, well, actually, yes, we do have to cut this time. All right, so you're gonna snip a little bit off, maybe about 3 or 4 inches, not a lot. And then in the center back, we'll put a little dollop of glue. And then we'll press that, hold that for a couple of seconds. And then we're going to wrap once, and then you're gonna wrap twice. All right, so this is a good time. You can use your snips. You cut the snip that off, and then what I'll do is I'll hold the bow like so, and then I'll place the glue on the extra piece. Use my left thumb to press. And so you want to hold that for a couple of seconds so that it adheres. Tug on your scrunchie just a bit to make sure that it's there, which it should be. Shouldn't have a problem. And we have finished our jack-o'-lantern cheerbow. Now, if you don't want to do a jack-o'-lantern cheerbow, you can do your school mascot, your colors, and then your school mascot. You can do cute little stuff. I am a unicorn with pink glitter, purple glitter. It's so many different ways that you can use this, but I wanted to make sure to show you this so you can, this can go in so many different directions. So like, subscribe, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in a comment below. I'll be happy to assist you, to help you with whatever you need. But I think all in all, I think this one's ready to be worn. So I'll make sure that I have a Facebook, Creatively Boutique to Go, or you can also look under my personal Facebook, Alicia Darwood. I also have Instagram at creatively_boutique. Everything will be left at the ending of the video, so you'll be able to see kind of what I do, and I love doing things like this. So guys, if you have any questions at all, please shoot me a question in the comment section below. All right, guys. Well, remember, like and subscribe. Bye-bye.